Regie here, your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder and comic book collector, and I want to welcome you to another one of my live streams. This is the Ready, Set, Go preview show. This is a show that I do every single week on Sunday night at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. During this show, what we attempt to do is to talk about some news and current events that may be top of mind for me, may be top of mind for you. We typically provide you with an overview of all of the content that is going to be coming out from the channel over the course of this week. We give away a cool slab from our friends over at Go Collect, and we generally have a fantastic time. If this is your first time tuning in to one of my live shows, I want to welcome you and I want to encourage you to hit the subscription button, turn on notifications. That way you can stay abreast of all the content that comes out from the channel over the course of the week. It also makes you eligible for various giveaways that I do here on the channel. Typically, there are very few requirements, but one of them is that you be a subscriber of the channel. So if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, I definitely want to encourage you to do that. There has been a massive influx of people that have joined the channel over like the last month or so, and we are getting closer and closer to 8,000 subs, on our way to 10,000. And I want to thank everyone that has either joined the channel recently or been with me for a long period of time. I absolutely appreciate all of you guys. So we're going to start things off in just a couple of moments with a few announcements that I want to make. But before I get to that, I want to say hello to some comic book soldiers that have joined me here in the room. So let me scroll up to the top of the list here. My man Chuck is in here. My Canadian brother Rush is in the house. Super honorable nephew Matt Woods is in the house. Joe is here. Tina is in the house. Hawkeye, how you doing? Pretty fly for a Filipino guy. It is good to see you. Wes is also in here. Scrolling down through the names, my man Johnny Future. I'm gonna start calling you Johnny Appleseed, chopping down all the trees in the neighborhood. Daniel, how you doing, brother? It's good to see you. Jerry, my man, the bearded comic collector. It's good to see you. Xavier, thank you for the heads up earlier today, brother. I absolutely appreciate you. I was a little short just because I was out with the kids trying to enjoy Sunday night, but I appreciate you giving me a heads up on the Rob Liefeld podcast and what you thought of it. We are going to touch on Rob over the course of this show. Crypt Keeper is in the house. Scrolling down through the names, seeing who else we have in here. There's a robust conversation that was happening. Mister, how you doing? Quest Dog is in here. It is good to see you guys. And again, I want to thank everybody for taking a little bit of time out of their Sunday to hang out with me here on the channel. As I alluded to, there is a couple of things that I want to get to. But before I get to those things, I want to do some housekeeping, because I think housekeeping is important because it keeps things neat and orderly. So I want to say thank you to a couple of people that have actually sent me AOKs over the course of this week. Victor O, Marco, and my man Silver Age Surfer. I have been in receipt of all of your AOKs. They are in the room beyond me, and I will try to open them up over the course of the next week or so, which means that I will unbox them possibly in a video that you'll see in about 2 to 3 weeks or something like that. But I wanted to let you guys know, Victor O, Marco, and Silver Age, that I am in receipt of your AOKs, and I am definitely appreciative. So thank you guys for that. One thing that I will also say is I think that I'm about to shut down AOKs for a little while, just because I have a lot on my plate right now, and I don't want to keep taking things when I may have those things in the collection. Now, if you want to send me a really, really expensive comic, by all means, continue to send it. Joking, of course. So AOKs, thank you guys. I absolutely appreciate it. I have no clue what you've sent because I have not opened any of the boxes, but I will, as I mentioned, over this, hopefully this coming week. I want to give a quick birthday shout out to Jen Abel, the daughter of Harvey Abel. One of my Canadian brothers up there in Canada. Shout out to Harvey Abel's daughter, Jen Abel, who is celebrating her birthday very soon. So happy birthday to you. All right. So there are, I think I have like about four things on the list that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about Empyre. We're going to talk about J. Scott Campbell. And then we're also going to touch on Rob Liefeld. We've been talking about Rob over the last 2 live streams now. So we're going to continue that, but we're going to take a slightly different approach with that. And then I'm also going to give you guys a couple of reading recommendations, a couple of things that I've been reading that other people that are subscribers of the channel have recommended to me that I've actually read, and I really enjoy them. And I don't remember in both cases who made the recommendations to me. I remember one was at least Scott. So we will acknowledge Scott with one of the recommendations. I cannot remember the other person, and you definitely have my apologies, but your recommendation stuck with me because I started reading the series and it is really good. All right, so we're going to talk about that. And then we're also going to give away a book in a minute. One other thing that I do want to mention is that I want to give a huge shout out to everyone that has placed an order for a t-shirt. If you ordered shirts on Friday, the Friday shirts were mailed out on Saturday. And if you ordered Saturday night into today, early today, your shirts were put in the mail earlier today, around 3 o'clock or so. So of course it hasn't gone out, but it is at least at the post office. I want to say thank you to everyone that has placed an order for the t-shirts and also the stickers. Everything that has been ordered is out the door at this point. And I will tell you that we actually did order more of the XXL shirts, and those are some of the very first shirts to actually go. So just FYI on that, if you are interested, we'll talk a little bit more about that in the show, but I wanted to at least do a little bit of housekeeping right there. So let me scroll down to the chat, see what you guys are talking about real quick, making sure, waiting for his military. It is on its way, brother. My hope is that you will actually get it. My hope is that you'll actually get it on by Wednesday. My hope is that at least by Wednesday you'll get it. So fingers crossed on that. We had some issues mailing some things out to Canada that have somehow been in limbo. So my Canadian brothers up there, man, at least one person has had some issues. Fingers crossed for, I think, the 2 orders that are going to Canada this time. Fingers crossed that we do not have any issues. I don't like problems. I like things to go smoothly. So the first thing that we are going to talk about, let's talk about Empyre real quick. So I read something. I think it was called Incoming. I don't know if you guys read this. It was called Incoming a few months ago, right? Like at least a month and a half or so before the pandemic, there was a book that was out called Incoming. And I want to say it was like an extra sized book, and it somehow ended up in my pull list box. I bought the thing. I ended up reading it, and it was actually pretty darn good. And so I wanted to just give you guys a heads up that there is a free Empyre preview magazine that is coming in July. And I know it's incredibly early, but it was on my mind because the Incoming I thought was pretty good. It was about the scrolls and all that kind of stuff. And I think it's going to be a big crossover event. But I wanted to let you guys know about this. This is Empyre number 1 doesn't come out until July 15th. Again, I think it's going to be a big crossover event, but there is a Empyre preview magazine that is going to be coming out on the 1st of July. That now is somewhat irrelevant because there are things that happen in this preview magazine that is no longer going to happen in the storyline for Empyre or the tie-ins because of the massive delay that has occurred as a result of Voldemort. But it still could be a cool book. I enjoy reading I enjoy reading Incoming, which is, I think, is a prelude to Empyre. And I'm actually still going to try to pick up a copy of Empyre when it comes out. I'm also going to try to get this preview magazine. And down here, you can actually see there's a couple of details let me see if I can find it. Yeah, each retailer will get 25 complimentary copies of the Empyre preview magazine. And additional copies and bundles of 25 will be available for $5 each. And so my hope is to get one of those 25 from one of my comic shops so I can get a little free read there. But again, I wanted to give you guys a heads up on that. And I'm not sure if you had heard about it, but again, just a little bit of an FYI there. All right. So let me pop back real quick to the chat, seeing what happened, making sure we're still on. There we go. Was it Road to Empyre or was it Incoming? Super honorable nephew. Was it? Remember, I'm talking about the one with the family, and it was like I think the father had died, and then it was like a mother and like her 3 kids or something like that. Was that Incoming or was that Road to Empyre? Let me see if super honorable nephew will be able to comment in time. I read Incoming, barely remember what happened. Yeah, man, it was like a lifetime ago. It was like a life, yeah. And I can't remember if I read Incoming. I thought it was Incoming, but it could have been. And when Super Honorable Nephew threw out Road to Empire, then I got confused. So shout out to Manuel. Thank you, brother, for using the CGC link. I definitely appreciate that. And maybe I'll talk about that a little bit later. Enjoy Road to Empire. Parts of it had some stellar artwork. Yeah. Finally picked up the Empyre preview and the Road to Empire on Thursday from the LCS. Scrolling down, so maybe it was Road to Empire. Maybe that's what it was. No, you haven't. You have not missed a thing. You have not missed a thing. Incoming came out before the pandemic started. It was like a month and a half or something like that. There we go. Okay. All right. So it was. My notes are correct. These things pop into your mind and you're like, I think I know what that was, but you don't go look it up. But it was actually a decent read. It was actually a decent read. I didn't know what it was about when I sat down to read it. I read it. I enjoyed it. Then I saw this thing about this Empyre preview magazine. And again, wanted to flag it for you guys because this could be supposedly, I think it's going to be the big crossover event, which, and I'm not a huge fan of these big crossover events. But occasionally I will read the main storyline, maybe not all of the tie-ins and stuff like that. So, all right. So that was one of the big things that we wanted to talk about. Empire Strikes Back. Let me see what else you guys are talking about. It was Incoming. Okay. And I think that there are a couple of ladies up in here, and I think that there are some Canadians in here as well by You Boy Entertainment. Shout out to you, brother. It's good to see you. I think I see Joa right there. Have to say goodnight, brother. Don't turn in so early. He says, stay safe, everyone, and read comics. Such a comic collector. I love it. All right. So that was the one thing that I wanted to mention there about Empyre. As a heads up, if you guys are hitting up your comic shops, you may want to start having conversations with them in advance to ensure that you can get a copy, hopefully of one of the free versions that they're giving away. Again, it seems like a limited number, but you never know. You never know whether the shop can actually hook you up. All right. So the next thing that I wanted to touch on is a little bit of some Rob Liefeld action. So I think it was on Friday. I went live and we actually talked about Robservations with Rob Liefeld. It is Rob's brand new podcast that he rolled out earlier this week. And I heard from someone that said, I think it was Xavier, that said that the podcast was actually pretty good. And so I have not listened to it. I've tried to take it a little bit easy this weekend. I've been doing some editing and spending time with the family. But not a whole lot with doing research and stuff like that. But I heard it was pretty good. And so Rob is poised to do a lot of stuff right now, right? So he has his podcast, and then there is all this news out there about his movie, Rob Liefeld's Prophet movie. And so I wanted to share this article with you guys real quick. And it seems like the guy that is working on or that worked on the Arrowverse is actually going to be doing some things for Rob Liefeld's movie. That is Mark Guggenheim. I think that's how you say it. Mark Guggenheim is actually going to be doing some things for it. And so he is actually again, the creator of the CW's Arrowverse. He is penning the script for the Prophet movie that is going to be coming out. Let me see if I can find some good tidbits here real quick. Let me scroll down. I think this is one of the interesting things is that people were thinking that they're going to modify his origin story, that being the origin story of John Prophet. And it appears that is not going to be the case. But it is a poor man living homeless during the World War II era. He volunteers to be experimented on. Sounds like something we know. Transform into a genetically enhanced soldier, originally designed to work with a villain. The scientist who created him alters his programming, et cetera, et cetera. So the series was revived by Image Comics in 2012 to have a very different style and tone, which is well received by the critics. So this is something that will hopefully be seen in like 2021. I think that's what I was seeing here. And it's not the first time that this has been under contract, but we will see. We will see whether Mark Guggenheim is able to actually bring Prophet to the screen, because it would be pretty cool to see something that is different. And I think that I don't know if a lot of people really know about Prophet. I don't know how big Prophet was back in the 90s. I have a healthy number of his comics, I will tell you, but I don't know how big of a character he really was back in the day. But this essentially provides them with a little bit of a blank slate, right? They have a character that they can leverage that has a history that can kind of be, tweaked and modified without all of the baggage that might come with some of the existing characters. And this is actually something that we've spoken about before. You have these deeply entrenched characters that people, absolutely love because they've grown up with them and they've read them for decades. And so that carries a certain weight to it. But with a character like Prophet or like Madam Web or Silk or some of the other jackpot that we've been talking about recently, I think it gives the studios a little bit of latitude to take some creative licenses without the outrage from the fandom that will come from any kind of departures from what is to be expected. So interesting thing here. Who knows what impact this movie will actually have on the comics. My guess is that the comics are all relatively inexpensive at this point, but who knows what kind of impact could be seen as a result of this movie actually potentially coming out. So let me scroll down. Let me check out the comments real quick, see what you guys are talking about. Might have to, what was it? Oh, I missed it. I might have to read Prophet. I remember the cover with the shell casings flying everywhere. There was another, I think there was like an embossed cover as well. I want to say that there was like a silver embossment, but I could be mixing that up with Supreme. There was a Supreme cover like that and probably 100 other covers with some various embossements. But yeah, let me see. There was a super chat that popped in from Scotty G. I want to acknowledge that before that gets away from me. Scotty G, thank you, brother, for the super chat. I absolutely appreciate it. And he says, sending out love and light to everyone. And I think that is something that is greatly appreciated, man. I will tell you that I think people definitely appreciate the sentiment of this comment right here, especially with everything that is going on. I think people are struggling with Voldemort out there, man. And then, it's compounded with a lot of other stuff. So shout out to everybody out there. I hope we all get through this on the other side. Let me scroll down, see what this says. Great super chat. Starting to dig. Man, I'm telling you, bro. Brother. My image box is right there. My image box is right there. I'm telling you, I went out and got when Rob signed his deal with Netflix, I went to my bins and I was like, what do I have? What do I have? What am I missing? And so I started to look through that, and I started to add some things like Blood Strike, and of course Young Bloods and Prophet. And if it was something associated with Rob Liefeld, I made sure I had it. And I will tell you, so much of that stuff was super cheap. So, but again, if you're spending $1, $2, $3, it doesn't really matter if it doesn't pan out. But yeah, I have not also read Prophet in a while, and I'm actually going to go back and read it. I think I am going to go back and check it out and see what it's all about. So scrolling down, Just Pele says, John, 7 foot tall plus 7 size. A strong wind will lay him down. Oh, there you go. Deathstroke, Jeanette. Man, I'm telling you, there was a lot of borrowing back in the day, right? American Gladiators helmet. Yeah, he sure did. Scrolling down through the comments here this week, the Crypt Keeper was talking about this. You may have to go back and read it. I think I'm going to be with you, brother. Missed Youngblood by 1 issue. All I got is issues 1. Scrolling down through the comments here. Do I say that? I don't pay attention to half the stuff that comes out of my mouth. I'll be honest with you. People are like, yeah, you said blah, blah. I'm like, did I really say that? Scrolling down. Oh man, I lost it. Oh, I lost the comment here. What is this? Reg, you probably got 100K of Youngbloods, number 2 in that 1,000. Man, now I don't think there's that many, honestly. When I because I actually found an image. I found a couple of image boxes, to be honest with you. But I will tell you what I did find was a healthy number of Spawn, man. Healthy number of Spawn, some Savage Dragon in there. There was definitely some young bloods, but not a whole lot. I want to say I probably have more young bloods in my own collection than what I've been able to find in the 100K collection, to be honest. But there's some other stuff. Woo! There is some other stuff that I'm going to be sharing with you guys very soon. Scrolling down, seeing what else you guys are talking about. Scrolling, and I lost it. I hate when that happens, when the feed gets away from me sometimes. Yeah, I do have all those. I no, not Glory. I don't think that I have Glory. But the others, yeah. Again, that was my heyday, man. Image was my heyday. So if there was Image stuff that was coming out, I picked up a lot of that stuff. So especially if it had some of that shiny foil on it, I'll tell you about that. Scrolling through the comments here. What is this? It's wild because they're taking advantage of the fact that Go Collect uses sold price algorithm. I think you guys were having a little conversation amongst yourself. All right, so Rob Liefeld's Prophet movie is moving forward. Looks like the guy that is actually working or had worked on creating the Arrowverse for the CW is actually tasked with writing the script and basically adapting the Prophet character to a movie. So fingers crossed that we get something that you know is good, right? That Rob Liefeld can live with, that he is proud of, and that we can also enjoy as well. So fingers crossed that we are able to make some magic there, because that'll definitely be cool. All right. So let me go ahead and drop that window real quick. And then the other thing that I wanted to kind of touch on very, very quickly is J. Scott Campbell. J. Scott Campbell is a super talented guy. And right now there is, I think it's the Catwoman's 80th anniversary. And I've been reading a lot of Catwoman. I've been going through a lot of Catwoman bins and Batgirl and Supergirl and all that kind of stuff. So I had to share a little bit of this just because that is what is on my mind right now. And I'm probably going to go back in the other room after this live stream and go through some more Catwoman. So, but check this out, man. This right here is J. Scott Campbell's website. And in celebration of Catwoman's 80th anniversary, he has released some sick covers. And I think what he's done is he's basically depicted one version of Catwoman for each decade. So basically 8 different covers that he has come out with. And man, they are all very, very striking. This one right here, this suit is gorgeous. I think Catwoman #1, I can't remember which series, that suit is like right on the cover, and it's just really, really fantastic. The Adam Hughes period right here with the goggles on the head. I mean, these are just really, really well done. Not a huge fan of that suit, but I wanted to at least acknowledge some of this talented stuff that J. Scott Campbell is actually doing. And this one's incredible right here. This one's really cool. So shout out to J. Scott Campbell for doing this thing. I'm gonna tell you, these prices are ridiculous. He has limited the covers, to 2,000 and below. Most of them are below 1,200, but the prices are a little crazy. But I would say don't spend up all your money in one place, but it might be nice to get a cover or two. I will not be buying it. I'm just be completely honest with you. I am trying to keep my powder dry because of other things that I'm working on, but I at least wanted to acknowledge the very talented J. Scott Campbell. All right, let me pop back over to the chat. Seeing else what you guys are talking about. Scrolling through, what was that? Reg, you should do a video about the most common comics in the wild, like what comics is almost in every long box. LCS, man, that's tough. You know what? Here's the thing is that you throw out Shadow of the Bat and Classic X-Men, and I can probably tell you I rarely see those in when I'm out hunting. But then also, you got to remember where I'm hunting to and what I'm hunting for and which kind of bins I'm looking for. That might be a little difficult one to do just because it depends. It depends. So many comic shops are very, very different, and because of where I hunt, I tend to go to places that, have more Silver Age books than anything else, so that's a tough one, but you never know. Let me noodle that. And let me also say, shout out to Rye. Let me also say that there is a post up right now on the community tab. On the community tab, there is a post where I've actually opened it up for people to be able to make suggestions and recommendations for videos that they might want to see me create. I will not do them all, right? And but I wanted to at least open the doors up for people to be able to provide a little bit of commentary around what they might want to see from the channel. What I can tell you is that if there is a video that has already been created, what I'll just do is I'll put the link up and be like, here's what you're asking me for. It's right there. But that's also a great opportunity to make you guys aware of some things that maybe you haven't seen, just because there's a lot of content that is on the channel that a lot of people haven't really seen, because I did a lot of videos before we started to get close to 8,000 people, you know. So it's no shame on anyone's game. If I just give you a link and it's like, here you go, right? But at least wanted to open it up. If you guys have suggestions and comments, I definitely want to encourage you to check out the community tab to post some of that stuff up there, because what I'll do is I'll refer back to that time and time again as I move forward in the next couple of weeks. I'll refer back to that for noodling. I'll be noodling some things. Scrolling through some of the comments here, seeing what else you guys are talking about, and lost the chat. More like man, I'm telling you, J. Scott Campbell stuff is nice, man, but it is not cheap at all. It is not cheap at all. Yeah, with those prices, this print run should be lower. Hey, I'm telling you, man, it's expensive, man. But you know, the guy's got bills to pay, I guess. But I would probably agree with that. I probably agree with that. Scrolling down through some of the comments here, seeing what else you guys are talking about. What is this? I'm not paying Silver Age prices for current age. That's a commentary on J. Scott Campbell. I respect it. After seeing Reggie's hunting videos, I need to go to the Bay Area to hunt my LCSs. Man, I'm telling you, bro, that's one of the things right there, man, is that's one of the cool things about the hunting video series. Like, if you guys haven't seen hunting videos, I definitely encourage you to head over to the channel and search for Reggie Collects Hunting, right? Because in my hunting videos, what I attempt to do is to basically take you guys along with me for the hunt. Like, we literally set out in mini videos from the house and we just ride, right? We ride out, we see some scenery, and then we roll into a comic shop, and then we're going through boxes and we're pulling out lots of keys. And the goal with the hunting videos is to basically make it like you are there. That is what I try to do, is to create that type of experience. The great thing is that you get to watch and you don't have to spend any money. That's the cool thing about it, right? Because if you were there with me, you'd probably spend some money. I can tell you, because there's some really good books. And to that point, though, there is a series that I've released re-released here on the channel called Digging in My Shorts. And I think people have been a little confused by that, right? And I want to talk about that because I'm releasing another one of those videos this week. Digging in My Shorts is designed, like the hunting videos, to create a certain type of experience. And it is designed to help, is designed to include you guys in what I'm doing with this 100,000 comic book collection, right? I am going through long boxes, book by book by book. I'm not certain what's in there, to be honest with you. And every long box is a little bit of a treasure hunt. And so the Digging in My Shorts video series is designed to basically have you be standing right next to me while I'm going through these long boxes, trying to see what's in there. And so it's not a super exciting video where I'm like, here's a key and here's a key and here's a key and here's another key, right? Because I'm literally going through these boxes and I'm like, I don't even know what this book is. I'm maybe never even seen this book. And so it is a different type of series. And so I would say, if people are looking more for like major keys, you want to look more for hauls videos on the channel. But if the Digging in Your Shorts thing, if you want to have an immersive experience, Digging in My Shorts is the one that you guys want to check out. All right. So far we spent a little time. Let me scroll through the thing. Reggie's not only a hunter, he's a treasure. My boy's new thing is, Dad, did you wash your hands? Yes, I wash my hands. Those are awesome videos. I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing. You're going through long boxes and you randomly find like 3 copies of Wolverine #1 like in a row. I mean, it's just random stuff. Man, I'm gonna tell you, I found something today. Ooh, I found something today that was fantastic. I'm telling you, it is just it's fun stuff. The goal is to help you guys to experience what it is that I'm actually experiencing. You know what I'm saying? And that's what this thing is about. I have a spot in SoCal where the store has nothing but back issues. That's a nice spot. I'm gonna have to come back down to SoCal, man. Don't tell Rye, because Rye will show up. He's down there in SoCal as well. He'll mess around and show up where you are. Scrolling down through the comments here. What is this? Reggie is like, I got it. Oh man. Oh, best LCS in the Bay. It depends, man. It depends, right? So there are a couple of really cool shops here in the Bay. One of them is like the Comic Collector. I think that's what it's called, because they've actually undergone some name changes, and they may be like Heroes Collectors or something like that. That is a really good shop. They've been featured several times in my videos where I've actually gone in and bought a lot of good books. Phil is the owner of there. Hijinks is another shop that I enjoy. All the good books, like in the one that I just mentioned, all the good books are behind the counter, so you typically have to ask to actually get the boxes to be able to go through those. Those are two really good shops for Silver Age books. If you're looking for like all around shops that have some back issue books, some modern books, have a great staff, there are two that I recommend. One of them is Crush Comics in Castro Valley, and then Comic Figure and Addicts in Union City. Those are two of my local comic shops that I hit on a regular. Those are two fantastic shops. So that's 4 shops in the Bay Area. But what I'll tell you is, if you watch the hunting video series, you will see a lot of really fantastic shops that are out here. And if you want to reach out to me, I can definitely hook you up. If you message me on Instagram, I can definitely keep you guys posted. All right. So scrolling down through some of the comments here, seeing what else you guys are hunting. What Wes says, what run or books are you hunting right now? I'm hunting in my own collection, brother. And I'll tell you what I'm looking for right now. There, I can't tell you what I just found. I actually found a lot of really cool stuff, some of which was filmed, some of which was not filmed. But I just recently did a little bit of integration of some X-Men books, right? So I have a nice little run of X-Men. I don't know if you can see it, that this column right here, that is three short boxes full of X-Men, and then there's one other off to the side. Basically was pulling X-Men boxes from the 100K collection and dropping them into my bins to fill a lot of gaps. So the X-Men run is looking really nice. X-Men run is looking good, getting stronger and stronger by the day as I pull more books over. So scrolling through, I'm actually going to man, no, I don't have any doubles. I actually have triples and quadruples and man, I've never been a fan of Lee's, bro. Never been a fan of Lee's. I'll tell you what happened to me when I was at Lee's one time, right? So I was in the parking lot and I was coming out of Lee's, and this woman says to me, my son left and he moved away, went to college, and he hasn't really come home. And I have all of his comic books in a closet. And I was like, oh, yeah, okay, cool. And then I walked away and I was like, whoa, wait a minute. And I went and tracked the lady down in the Total Wine that was right next to Lee's, and gave her my telephone number and all that stuff. I was like, look, if your son is ever interested in selling his collection, if you ever decide that you just want the collection out of your house, you give me a call, right? This was like more than a year ago, but that was like the best experience that I ever had with Lee's Comics was that one right there. I still hope that woman calls me one day. My cell phone number has not changed at all. So I'm hopeful that she will actually buzz me at some point. So scrolling through, Ben CLZ and his X-Men, man. So that's one of the first things I did, bro. First thing I did was I went to my own bins. I CLZ'd everything in there. Then I pulled up the long boxes with the extra X-Men stuff in it from the 100K collection. And then I basically went through there looking for the books that I was missing, was able to just then CLZ those books and drop those into the slot. So it actually worked out quite nicely. It worked out quite nicely for me. CLZ to the rescue, bro. I'm telling you. Scrolling down through the comments, Bub, thank you, brother, for the super chat. I definitely appreciate that. Keep up the slightly above average. Man, I need a grading curve, bro. If I get a good curve, man, I think I could get A+ work. All right. If we grade it on a curve, I could probably get to A+. That's what's up. I appreciate you, Bub. Man, I hope not, brother, because I've been burning it up. I'm gonna tell you right now, I've been burning up CLZ with stuff, man. I probably can never get rid of that app from here on out. All right. So let me keep this thing moving. Again, shout out to everyone that's dropped super chats. I absolutely appreciate you guys. It goes a long way, again, to underwriting some of the costs here associated with the channel, and allowing me to make upgrades and improvements and all that other kind of stuff, and keep putting out, slightly above average work, according to Bob. So a couple of reading recommendations that I want to make for you guys. I started reading because of my man Scott P, who designs my t-shirts. He was like, Reggie, you need to read this book. And I was like, man, I don't really have time. He's like, you need to read it. I read it, and then I finished the whole series. It's called Old Guard. It's called Old Guard. So you guys know me. I like military inspired stuff. This is military inspired, and it is really good. There is lots of guns. There's lots of action. The dialogue is fun. I will tell you that the art is not the greatest. The art is not the greatest. There are also some scenes in it that I don't really care for, right? And I won't talk about those, but if you read it, you'll probably know exactly what I'm talking about. But there's a couple of scenes in there that I don't really care for. But as a whole, Old Guard was really, really good. And I think that they're actually making a movie out of it. I can't say her name. Charlize Theron. I can't remember her name. I'm not good with celebrity names. But I believe that they're actually making a movie out of this thing. And I read it. I enjoyed it. I do not own it. It is not in the collection unless it's in the extended collection. I just have not found it yet. But Old Guard is worth a read. So let me see what you guys are talking about. Almighty Liar King is like, yes, Old Guard is fantastic. I got ECC 1 of Old Guard. Let me see what else you guys are talking about. Yes, it has been. Old Guard is being optioned, I believe. Oh yeah, I have Old Guard 1. Number 1 mini copies, and it's a good read. Yes. During the second act right now. There we go. That's her name right there. It is, man, I'm telling you, it is honestly a good read. I enjoyed it. I really did. I think that the way that they kind of told the story in present day with the flashbacks to history, there was a lot of some unknown stuff there. And again, I thought it was really cool. The other series that I started reading again digitally was American Vampire. And I can't remember who recommended American Vampire to me. It was probably in a live stream. And I think I jotted it down. But it was honestly from memory earlier today that I recalled American Vampire. I pulled it up. I read it. It's actually really good as well. So a couple of recommendations that I want to pass on to you guys if you have time. If you've downloaded Comixology or some of the other apps that are out there, and you're looking for things to read, American Vampire and Old Guard are a couple of ones. There is a trailer, and it is fantastic. I'll tell you, it is fantastic. So I found a few copies of Old Guard in the back issues a few weeks ago. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Scroll through what you guys are talking about. Reggie, did you see The Boys 2 trailer? Wait a minute, did you see that The Boys season 2 was announced? Yes, I did see that. That actually was announced, I want to say like two and a half weeks ago. Yeah, we talked about that briefly on one of the Ready Set Go preview shows. We didn't go into it in depth, but season 1 was fantastic, man. So I'm hopeful season 2 will be good as well. So fingers crossed that it is good as well. So all right, so those are my reading recommendations. All right, so let me give you guys a preview on what's going to be coming up from the channel over the course of this week, which I've already done to some extent, and then we're going to give away a cool book to somebody. So we have there is one that is going to be coming out this week where I'm actually going to be talking about how I buy postage for shipping comics, right? If you think about it, I have done over the last couple of years several videos on how to bundle comics up for shipping, whether they be slabs, raw, single issue, multi-issue, sending them to CGC in like 12 different ways and varieties. I've done a lot of videos on shipping. I have never given guidance on postage. And I think it was Comic Collection Agency that was like, man, you need to do one on postage. And so it sat in my head for about 3 weeks, and I finally decided to go ahead and record it. It was a problematic video to record. I'm going to be completely honest with you, because I had to go into a platform where I had a lot of personal information displayed, which required me to like block out a lot of information. So it took a lot of time to edit this one. But this video is going to be dropping this week, where I actually talk about how I buy postage for shipping comics. I have a video where I'm going to be opening a few AOKs. I'm going to be releasing, I think, a really cool video where I'm actually going to be telling you guys about the origin of the 100,000 comic book collection. And so this video is the origin story. It is the origin story and the first appearance of the 100,000 comic book collection. So I definitely want to encourage you guys to check out that video. I don't think you're going to want to miss that. And then, as I mentioned, I'm going to be doing another digging in my shorts video that will be coming out at some point. And I recorded one additional video this week that I was thinking about swapping out, but I may hold it for one more week. It'll be a really cool video. I think you guys will enjoy it. It's a little creative. It's a little bit of a mix up, if you will, of different things that I've done here on the channel, all kind of combined into one video. But you guys may have to wait another week before you actually see that. But those are the 4 videos that are going to be coming out from the channel over the course of this week. And then I'm also going to be releasing a podcast. The podcast will be coming out tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Pacific time. And just as a reminder, the videos always come out at 3:30 p.m. Pacific time, Monday through Thursday. And then we will also attempt to go live a couple of times over the course of this week. All right. So, well, I liked every one of the Underworld movies, every single one of them. I liked all the characters in them. I thought they were really well done. The black dude that actually did the script for that, created the characters, that also worked on Blue Marvel. I want to say he went to Howard University, which is where I went to school. So I'm a big fan of everything. Big fan of everything that guy has worked on, and absolutely enjoy the Underworld series. Does that mean we have to slab it? I think you guys were talking about something else. Scrolling through, sounds like some great content. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed that it is actually some good. I'm not answering that question. Scrolling down, there's always teasers, brother. We do this every single week, brother. We do it every single week. Let me see. There was a comment here that just got away from me. Yeah, man. So the thing is, Josh, great question, man. Once I became an affiliate over on Twitch, it was actually a subscriber that told me that you can no longer simulcast to the 2 channels at the same time. And so I do not have the ability, because of the affiliate agreement that I basically signed. I cannot release content to both channels at the same time, or both platforms at the same time. If I stream it to Twitch, I'm supposed to wait 24 hours before releasing it to YouTube, because of, or any other channel for that matter. So that makes it a little bit more problematic for me. And I actually do not have a setup here to actually run 2 cameras and 2 microphones. I can probably run 2 cameras, but not 2 microphones. And I'm not certain what type of experience someone else will have if I'm streaming Twitch, where they're just hearing me naturally and not through the microphone through enhanced vocal. So for right now, I am just doing this show here on the YouTube machine, and then I will probably be going live on Twitch at least once or twice per week. When, how, to be determined, but stay tuned. Scrolling through, what else you guys are talking about? Underworld is good. Blade is much better. Ooh. I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know if I agree with that. I would say that the first Blade was incredible. The other 2, okay. Underworld, in my opinion, just all stellar. I really enjoyed. Maybe it was the woman. Maybe it was the woman. I don't know. Versus the other guy. Scrolling through some of the comments here and seeing how did the movers for the moving company react when you told them that they were going? Oh, so the guy. What was crazy, bro? What's crazy is that the guy that actually moved the stuff for me, he actually moved me here locally, right? So this guy, he my wife ran a boot camp and knew his wife, and we were moving from our old house to this house. What was it, 2 years ago? And the husband basically did the move for me. And what happened was I needed to get this collection, and we reached out to him, and he just so happened to be in the same state at the time as the collection. And we had a conversation, and he's like, I got you. He actually took care of it for me. But I already knew the guy. I knew the guy, and that's why I had so much comfort. And that's what I think I've alluded to before. Everything happens for a reason. I called this guy, hadn't spoken to him really in a while, and he happened to be at that moment in the exact same place as the collection. Now, here's the thing. When he was trying to load the collection up, he realized, he went to a scale, he realized he was overweight, right? Because he underestimated how heavy it was. I told him because I did some calculations. He called his brother. His brother was an hour away. His brother drives a semi. So he actually met his brother, offloaded 9,000 pounds of comics to his brother's semi, and then they finished the journey, and then he took the books off of his brother's truck. Everything happens for a reason. I'm telling you, it's crazy. I guess I never shared that with you guys. So scrolling down through the comments here, seeing else what you guys are talking about. All right, so let's go ahead and slide into this giveaway. We are going to be giving away this book right here, and I definitely want to encourage you guys to stay post the giveaway, because I'm going to throw a couple of curveballs at you guys. But Spawn 299, this is the book that we're going to be giving away right now. This is the Fan Expo edition that we are going to be giving away. And thankfully, the number of people that entered this week's contest is lower than last week's. So the odds are in your favor. All right, so let me go ahead and we're going to roll the dice and see how many times we're going to have to randomize this thing. And we actually will have to do it a total of 8 times. We are going to randomize this list a total of 8 times, and then we are going to give away a really cool book. All right, so we're going to go over here. Here is the list. Doing it in a slightly different order than normal, but this is the list of all the names of individuals that get posted up. I think I had it up by 7:14 a.m. this morning, but that is the list. We're going to randomize it 8 times. That is once. Here is twice, 3 times, 4 times is 257. Here is 5, 6, 7. And the winner of this week's Go Collect giveaway is A Brilly. I think that's A Brilly. I think that's who that is. A Brilly. I think that's how you pronounce it. You, sir, ma'am, person are the winner of this week's Go Collect giveaway. And so you have until next Sunday to send me an email. You have 1 week to send me an email to Regie@regiecollects.com to claim your prize. And your prize is a really sweet Spawn 299 Fan Expo book. This is a really cool book, and we'll mail this thing out. So the winner, A Brilly, will actually get this. He'll get an exclusive book from Go Collect, exclusive variant from those guys. And if he or she is able to fit a extra large shirt, they will also get an extra large shirt. This is the very last shirt that I have in my possession. Is that a stain on it? That might actually be a stain. Yep, that might be a stain, which might be why I still have this shirt. Hey, Brilly, I may have to wash your shirt for you. But yeah, this is the very last shirt that I actually have in my possession from the folks over at Go Collect. And maybe the stain just makes it a variant. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But A Brilly, make sure you send me an email to Regie@regiecollects.com. We'll bundle the stuff up and get it sent out to you. All right. Another super chat, I think, just popped in. Let me scroll and find that. Tony Trebetta, how you doing, brother? EGS is in the house. What percent of those 100K are going to get graded? To be determined, man, to be determined. I am still wrapping my mind around and, just enjoying the collection for the moment. You know what I'm saying? So still wrapping my mind around that. I'm thinking through a couple of things about how I want to approach things. The big thing is to try to integrate as much of this into my own collection as possible. And the vast majority of my own personal collection is raw. And then there's the thing of, well, will I sell some books, right? And how will I sell books? Will I sell books raw? Will I sell books graded? And so there was a lot of thought and care that will go into making that determination. So it is to be determined, man. It is honestly to be determined what happens with them. I am staring at right now just four short boxes on this side, and there's another 4 short boxes on this side that are just nice books. and just nice books. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. There's more to come. But Tony Ciabretta, the owner of EGS, definitely appreciate the super chat, brother. And thank you for also being a Patreon member. Absolutely appreciate you guys. If you guys are interested in getting your books graded, you can definitely head over to EGS's website and you can use my code Regie Collects to save. I think it's 10%. I think it's 10% on grading. EGS does these really cool color coordinated labels that I think people absolutely enjoy. If you are not following Tony on Instagram, I definitely encourage you guys to head over to EGS on Instagram and follow them and check out all of the really great covers that he puts out. And I think people are pretty pleased with the overall service that is being provided in terms of the grading, the turnaround time, and then also the selection of the colors of the covers. So scrolling down through some of the comments here, seeing what else you guys are talking about. Nice super chat. Nah, man, here, brother, we can't even congregate out in public. No. I will definitely keep you guys posted on when Garage Con will occur. I am taking lots of precautions because I have young children and want to make sure that I don't put my kids at risk for wanting to sell a couple of books and interact with people. And you got to remember, it's not fun to sit around and chat in a mask. It's just not fun. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, I don't know. I've been debating it. I actually cleaned out the garage and made some changes down there just recently. And it was on my mind, and I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel about that. Shirt is only a 9.6. The labels are dope. Oh man, that is funny. That is funny. Scrolling down through the comments here, see what else you guys are talking about. Pre-grading 100K comics before sending them out will probably make you, man, brother, I'm telling you, that's a challenge. Is you know, so much of whether it gets graded or not is like, am I keeping it in my collection? Yes or no? What does the math work out to be in terms of getting it graded versus the grade that it could come back at? Is it worth it to get it graded, or should I just sell it raw? Like, there's so many thoughts that are in my mind, and at the moment, I'm gonna just be honest with you, it's just not a priority. You know, as I said, I spent part of yesterday just integrating the X-Men books into my own X-Men collection, and to me, that was fun. Just seeing all the holes be filled in my own bins, that was fun, and I'm just enjoying that part of it. You know what I'm saying? What is this? Have I seen the news about the inflated ASM 129 reprint prices and sellers using the Go Collect data to push the narrative that the price is in the 600? No, I haven't seen that. But if anybody buys a reprint for that kind of money, man, no, I have not seen that. I have not seen that news, not at all. Quest Dog, if you're on Instagram, hit me up, brother. Let me know where you saw that. I mean, I would like to hear more about that, but no, I have not seen that. Scrolling down, scrolling down through the comments here. Okay. What question is that, Frosty Feet? What is your question, brother? There are over 130 some odd people here in the chat, so you have my apologies if I missed your question. But why don't you go ahead and drop yours in right now, and I will respond to your question. Okay. What is this? What is it? Reg looking at the new books, and man, I'm telling you, there is so much stuff I've never seen before. It is unbelievable. It is unbelievable how much stuff is out there that I have not seen, and it is honestly fantastic. It is honestly fantastic. And I will tell you, super honorable nephew, I need every book. I need every book in my collection. I will have to check that out on Comic Tom. I will have to check it out and see what's up with that, because I have not seen that. I have not seen that, but I will try to check it out. All right. So I have not seen a comment yet. Yeah. So here's the question from Frosty Feet. He says, did anyone ever tell you you look like Mr. Clean? That's the question. All right. So let's go ahead and let's do a couple of things here. let's go ahead and give away some Kirby cards, right? We're going to give away Kirby cards, and you have to be in the room in order to actually get these Kirby cards. And if you are in the room and you are the winner, I definitely want you to send me an email to Regie@regiecollects.com, providing me with your name and your full mailing address so that I can get these these cards sent out to you. And I will also tell you, if you ordered shirts from me over the last couple of days, you may also have a little prize in your shirt order as a thank you to me. And I kind of mixed it up what's in there, so you definitely want to stay tuned if you've already placed an order for a shirt. All right, so we're going to randomize this list. We're going to randomize this list one more time, and we're going to give away some stuff. All right, so I'm going to scroll down to the bottom, and we're going to roll it again. And Ed for sure. Is that what this says? Yeah, Ed for sure. Ed for sure. If you are in the room, we are going to give away a pack of Jack Kirby cards. So Ed for sure, if you are here. Oh yeah, Mr. Clean just went on timeout. He just went on timeout because we don't do that here. So he'll learn. Ed for sure, if you are here in the room, you will get a pack of Jack Kirby cards. So let's go ahead and see whether he is here or not. Not yet. I see nothing yet. Those are king cards. All right, so nothing yet. So we're going to randomize the list one more time because I'm not hearing from Ed for sure. So let's randomize the list one more time. We're going to scroll down and randomize it. And Jorge, are you in the room? Jorge, we're going to send you out a pack of these Jack Kirby cards if you are indeed in the room. And what's cool is that there are supposedly some gold cards in here, of what I don't know because no one has found them just yet. There are 6 unsung heroes chromium cards, and then there's a 24 karat gold signature card, and also some limited edition medallion cards. So where he is, Jorge, there he is. You won something, Jorge. Congratulations, Jorge. Please send me an email to Regie@regiecollects.com, REGIE @regiecollects.com. And I need your full name, which I think I know what it is right now. And then also your mailing address. If you're in the US, that is the other criteria. If you are in the US, this is going out to you. I don't think that it warrants sending to other countries, to be honest with you. Probably the shipping is going to cost me more than anything. So, all right. So make sure you send me an email. Let's go ahead and randomize this list one more time, and let's give away another pack of cards and see who's in the room. We're going to randomize it and see if we can get another winner. Johnny Future, who has been chopping trees forever. Johnny Future, if you are still here, bro, you are getting a pack of cards. Johnny Future, claim it, brother. Jorge, you just won some Kirby cards. Well done. That is funny. Well done. I don't know if Johnny Future is here. Is he still here? Johnny Future may have tapped out. He may have tapped out. He literally, he's here. Johnny Future. Make sure you send me an email. Yes, brother, I have your contact information, but make sure you send me an email so I can get a pack of these Kirby cards out to you. Jorge and Johnny Future, each one of you is going to be the recipient of a pack of cards. Make sure you send me your contact information. I have the envelopes already ready to be addressed to each one of you. And what you'll notice there is that these are Christmas cards. These are Christmas stamps. And you might ask why I have Christmas stamps, because we don't mail things all that often. So these have literally been sitting in a drawer for the last almost year. And so when you get these, don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at the fact that I'm sending you Santa cards in June. Okay. So what is this? I have all the limited cards from the Kirby set and the gold foils. Are they? Man, I'm waiting for somebody to get one of these gold foils, bro. I just want to see them. Who is this? One more time. All right, we'll do one more time. Flash fan is yelling out one more time. He's a Patreon member, so I'm going to honor this thing. Do people who missed this week's giveaway get a chance? No, they don't. They don't. No. No. I think that, you know, it's easier for me to do it this way, man, because I don't have to on the fly come up with some way to give things away and then miss people and not give people an opportunity. It just becomes chaos. So this is how we're going to roll with it. So we're going to randomize it one more time. Travis, if you are here in the room, Travis, send me an email to Regie@regiecollects.com and you will also get it. There we go. All right. So I'm reading through. Tim's like, I'll take free things. Oh man. I love Almighty Liger King. I really enjoy you guys. I really do. All right. So we'll do a quick little recap. If Travis is in here, Johnny Future and Jorge, make sure you guys send me emails as soon as you can. I'll get all this stuff bundled up. And I don't think that our big winner is here, but the big winner, if and when he or she sees this, make sure you send me an email. I'll bundle stuff up for you guys. All right. So I'll give you guys another little preview on something, not even a preview, but a reminder of something. If you guys are interested in picking up some Regie Collects gear, you can actually head over to the site right now, regiecollects.com. This is a t-shirt that my man Scott designed, and we did something a little bit different with this. We just wanted like a military green shirt with just one word, soldier. And so this is the shirt. It is actually white lettering, not black lettering, but the green is definitely a military green shirt. But this is available on the website, regiecollects.com. It is available right now. We have all the sizes, small, medium, large, extra large, and 2XL. I think the 2XLs are almost gone. I will tell you that those were some of the sizes that went the fastest. I think that those fellas jumped on it big time and picked those up. The other shirt is this one right here. It is the Comic SWOLDIer Stand and Be Counted shirt. This is the other shirt that is available as well on the website, regiecollects.com. If you go to the shop, both of these are available. And like I said, I've been trying to throw in a couple of free gifts for people that actually place orders. So both of those are there for you. And I'll show you here on screen what they actually look like. I will tell you, I'm actually wearing one right now. The SWOLDIer shirt is a baggier shirt. This is a baggier shirt. It's a looser fit shirt. Wraps the body, super soft. Absolutely love this shirt. And this one is actually the exact same shirt, but because the color is different, what we found is that the material is actually slightly different. This shirt fits a little more snugly than the other, and they're the exact same size. I put on one, it fits baggy. I put on the exact same shirt in the different design, and it fits a little more snug. But I'm an extra large in both of these at about 200 pounds or so. But you can see how it kind of fits, how it kind of hugs the body. But these are available if you guys are interested in that. And then I also have some stickers up there as well as box cutters and all the other stuff. All right. So let me scroll down. Ed for sure. There he is. Oh, there he is. You, sir, are the winner, Ed for sure. We will go ahead and honor it, because I think Ed was the cards, right? I think Ed was the cards. If you guys can help me out with that, I think so. And so again, Ed, I think it was you that won the cards. Make sure you send me an email to Regie@regiecollects.com. My chat has actually gone out, so I'm actually attempting to bounce over to YouTube right now so I can actually see what you guys are talking about. But I believe that Ed was actually the recipient of a pack of cards. And interesting, YouTube is also not loading right now for me. That is fascinating. There we go. It's loading now. Okay. Let me pop over here real quick. But I definitely appreciate you guys bearing with me here. Let me put that on mute. Cool. We are on mute right now. New merch. My frame is really big. You are a big dude. 6'4". You're a big dude. Yeah, I'm actually I'm only about 6 feet, but right now I'm sitting at about 200 pounds right now. So scrolling down through the comments here, a couple of the blue wrenches are on it. Okay, I see a couple of shirt orders coming through. I definitely appreciate you guys. I definitely appreciate it. And like I said, I'm going to throw in a couple of extra. I do see Brandon's order that just popped through, so I absolutely appreciate you guys. All right, so I am going to let me give you a quick recap, and then we're going to wrap this thing up. So earlier in the show, we actually talked about Rob Liefeld. If you guys missed that, you want to go back. Rob Liefeld's Prophet movie is the script is being written. We talked about J. Scott Campbell. We talked about Empyre, and specifically a free copy or previews magazine with some Empyre stuff that is actually going to be coming out. And then I also gave you a couple of reading recommendations, specifically two, American Vampire and The Old Guard, two awesome books that I've been reading that I really enjoyed. So if you guys have an opportunity, you may want to check those out. 4 videos that are coming up from the channel over the course of this week. I'm going to talk about postage, how to buy postage to ship comics. My whole methodology will be in there. Opening a few AOK packages. We're going to be digging in my shorts. We're going to dig in my shorts together, and I think that you will enjoy it. And then the last thing is I'm actually going to have the origin story of the 100,000 comic book collection. This is a collection that you guys have seen before. You saw it a couple of weeks ago. I'm going to give you the origin story this week, and you are actually going to see, I promise you, you are going to see some killer books in this video. So stay tuned for that. If you guys need to reach out to me, you can do it on Instagram. That is actually my preferred because it allows me to type to you, but I also do video notes back to you, which makes it a little bit easier for me to communicate a little bit more complex things. So if you reach out to me on Instagram, we can probably have a pretty robust conversation. If you need to send me an email, you can do that as well as Regie@regiecollects.com. If you're feeling frisky, make sure you check out the website. You want to order these shirts, regiecollects.com. If you guys need me, I am not too hard to find. Take care.